Okay, thank you very much and welcome everyone to this week's session of Fridays with Narelle. We are going into the multitudinous benefits of fasting. We're going to talk about fasting and we're going to go deep into the superfood fast, weight loss superfood. So I'm going to get started straight away because we've got a big one today. Now, let me just see. All right. Hang on just a tick. I'm just going to tweak. All right. Trying again. Okay. So now I can't see your tab. If anyone has a question while I'm going through the presentation, you'll have to unmute yourself because I can't see what you're writing. Okay, so feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question because I won't be able to see it until I get to the end of the presentation, unfortunately now. Because if I have them popping up, I can't see my presentation. All right, so fasting, ancient practice thought to be as old as mankind. Traditionally, it's been associated with religious practices, but our body, historically, ancient man has experienced natural cycles of feasting when they catch the wildebeest and scarcity or fasting. So our bodies have evolved to expect this and to actually require it as part. It's actually a necessary part of the body's detoxification mechanism and fat burning mechanism, and all the major religions on the planet have some form of fasting and feasting in their annual cycle, in their practices. So it is actually the modern 24/7 access to foods that is absolutely unnatural, and our genes have not had time to adapt, our bodies haven't had time to adapt, and we are paying the price. We are paying the price in our health, our well-being, cardiovascular disease, cancer, all the problems that are associated with modern society or Western society. Due to or can be attributed to the lack of cyclical fasting in our diet. Our body craves these natural cycles of abundance and scarcity that it evolved with. So taking a break from food allows your body and your mind to rest and recuperate, and most importantly, initiate these incredibly important and beneficial healing and cleansing and detoxification mechanisms. So what is fasting? It is the single greatest natural healing therapy. It is nature's ancient universal remedy for many problems. Animals instinctively fast when ill. And this is from Staying Healthy with Nutrition, Alison Haas's book. From Joel Fuhrman, MD, Fasting and Eating for Health. The job of fasting is to supply the body with the ideal environment to accomplish its work of healing. Okay, our bodies know exactly how to heal it ourselves. We just have to give it the space, get out of the way, and stop jamming food down our necks, basically. Give our body that breather to get onto to free up all the energy that is associated with digestion and metabolism and nutrient absorption, and allow the body to clear and heal and detoxify. So fasting rests the digestive system. It actually is incredibly beneficial especially in modern society. Helps us get over our fear of hunger. So many of us, and I used to always travel with snacks before I started fasting because I was absolutely petrified of being hungry. So fasting actually helps you get over your fear of being hungry, and you can just travel with water, not a problem at all. And it actually, once you get over the cycle of being a sugar burner and getting into being a fat burner, which is our body's natural state, you don't have those incredibly strong urges and cycles of, blood sugar and starvation, feeling hungry all the time and feeling those energy slumps. Once you do enough fasting, you get into being a fat burner, which is an incredibly liberating from the perspective of you don't need to be looking for your next meal all the time. It's really fantastic. Fasting also allows for cleansing and detoxification of the body, which is these, you're either feasting or you're fasting, and many of us, because we're constantly snacking throughout the day, our body never gets a chance to fast, and which is, when we do that detoxification, when our bodies do that detoxification process. Fasting interrupts our habitual eating patterns, which is incredibly valuable insight to the habits that we have created that have led to the body that we are enjoying or not enjoying right now. So when you know you can't eat, when you fast and you know you can't eat, it kind of shines this spotlight on, it's 3 o'clock now. I would normally be eating X, Y, Z, or the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is have a piece of toast or whatever, all these habits that we have developed over the years that have kind of snuck in, these bad habits. When you fast and you can't eat or you're not eating, if you do it consciously, you can actually become aware of those little sneaky habits that have snuck in, that don't actually serve your highest purpose and serve your body's highest good, such as going to the movies. Who goes to the movies? And historically, when I went to the movies, I was like, I always wanted to buy those choc tops. You go to the movies, you get popcorn and a choc top, but you can't do that if you're fasting. So it's like, okay, well, that is a habit that I have just created over my lifetime that doesn't have to be, and it doesn't serve my highest good. So I can just drink water when I go to the movies, So it's a really, really lovely way of breaking those habitual eating patterns that have basically led to the body that you have today. It also promotes incredible mental clarity once you get over that hump of getting through, your carbohydrate stores and you're getting into the fat stores in your body. That's your brain food. Your brain can live on ketones, which are those substances that are created when your body is actually burning fat for energy instead of burning sugar for energy. So your brain feels incredibly clear and light and sharp when you are fasting. And of course, it leads to a feeling of physical lightness, not the least of which because you lose weight. Okay, so you feel physically lighter, you feel physically cleaner, and when you're fasting, and if you do it well, you are eliminating a lot of the buildup in your colon, so you actually feel amazing. You lose the bloating, you lose the belly, the little distended belly, and you have an incredible energy when you're burning fat for fuel. So yes, the goal of fasting is not to fix something wrong with our bodies, it's to just get out of the way and let it heal itself. So the benefits of fasting in James Belch's book, Prescription for Nutritional Healing, a fast can help you heal with greater speed, cleanse your liver, kidneys, and colon, purify your blood, help you lose excess weight and water, flush out toxins, clear the eyes and tongue, and cleanse the breath. Beautiful. So fasting improves heart health, increases brain function, prevents chronic diseases, increases your lifespan, and helps you lose weight. Just some major, major benefits off the top of my head of fasting. So you feel lighter, more energetic, more enthusiastic, and you require less sleep. Fasting is beautiful. It actually gives you if you're doing it over 3 days, it gives you at least 10, 12 hours of free time because you are not preparing meals. So it also relieves you of the worry if you're on a diet. Oh, can I eat this? Can I eat that? Or, what can I eat? Am I allowed to have this? Am I allowed to have that? When you're fasting, you don't have to worry about any of that. You just have water. Your water and your herb teas and your black coffee and you fast if you're doing it with our fast. So it just simplifies everything. Everything becomes easy for you. You don't have to worry about what you can and can't eat. As I mentioned in the previous slide, it sheds a light, helps break the cycles, and sheds a light on why you were eating that way if you do it consciously. It is a reset button for your sense of taste. When you break your fast, oh my God, just a date or a slice of apple or a grape or a piece of cucumber tastes amazing. So things that when you're in this bad habit of eating cookies or pastries or croissants or yummy salt, fatty laden rich foods, a fast actually cleanses your palate and resets your sense of taste. So it's incredibly powerful, a great way to kickstart a change, a diet. If you are doing a lifestyle diet change and you want to move forward with that, a fast is the best way of doing that, of kickstarting that, because number one, you lose a big chunk of weight in 3 days. And number two, it resets your taste buds. So when you do start eating again, it's much easier to eat healthy foods and raw, natural, plant-based, lightly cooked, not covered in sauces and salts and all that kind of stuff. So everything tastes really, really yummy after you fasted. And it gives you more energy. So modified fasts, such as our nutritionally supported 3-day fast or cleansing and detox diets, offer the same benefits of fasting without being as restrictive. So this is just what 24 hours of fasting does. It increases your number one fat burning hormone, human growth hormone, by 700%. It turns on autophagy, which is your body's cleanup crew. You're self-eating. Autophagy is self-eating. So it's when your body basically breaks down all of your dead, defective, funky cells that aren't operating at their optimal, and breaks those down and uses that, because once you go through all your carbohydrates, all your sugar, your body doesn't have anything to eat besides its fat. So it starts breaking down and cleaning out all of your defective cells and cellular parts. It also controls your hunger hormone, helps you end cravings. It decreases your stress hormone, cortisol, so it helps you burn belly fat. It increases your brain function, so you've got better concentration and memory. It boosts your metabolism, increases your energy. It helps reduce your risk of diabetes, and it eases the symptoms of diabetes. It increases testosterone if you're a man. It increases insulin sensitivity, so you can eat more and stay slim. Of course, it's great for weight loss. Kickstarts your weight loss. It decreases inflammation, so your joints heal and feel better. and it allows for rapid cleansing and renewal of your body at a cellular level. And this is from Brad Pylan's book, Eat, Stop, Eat. And I think he has a doco on that as well. Very worth watching. So health conditions improved by fasting. I mean, really, look at these. Look at these health conditions: acne, allergies, anxiety, tumors, autoimmune, chronic fatigue, digestive disorders, eczema, heart disease, high blood pressure, cholesterol, inflammatory bowel disease, insomnia, lupus, migraines, obesity, osteoporosis, PMS, infections, arthritis, sinusitis, skin irritations, tension, fibroids, and of course, weight. So imagine if there was a pill, a drug, a pharmaceutical that could help with all of these things. We'd all be on it, wouldn't we? Certainly, if the pharmaceutical industry could make money off fasting, they would be. You can tell they would definitely. If they created a pill that had all these benefits, you can bet your bottom dollar that the doctors would be telling us to be on it, right? But unfortunately, the food industry and the pharmaceutical industry doesn't gain anything, because you eat less food and you don't take as many drugs because you don't need them anymore. So that's why there's so much fear and misinformation around fasting in our current society, because the guys that make all the money don't really benefit from it. But the word is getting out there, okay? So you are part of this. You guys are part of spreading the good word about the benefits of fasting. So of course, these benefits that are improved by fasting are not going to be permanent unless you move forward with better eating habits than you had before that caused these issues. Okay, so you can't just say, oh, I'm going to fast for 3 days and then go back to eating crap and expect these issues to resolve. Of course, you have to make lifestyle changes in order to maintain the health benefits improved by fasting.
Narelle, I have a question.
Sure.
It's Dina. My question is, I was taking screenshots of these, bullet points so that I can remember everything. Is it okay to share them? Like if I'm going to put a post up on Facebook about the products?
Sure. You also will be, we're recording this, okay. And this presentation should be in the members section of the, in the My Essence, My Account, in your My Account area.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so you can actually download it, all these. If it's not, I'll send it to IT just after this presentation and make sure that it is uploaded. But I'm pretty sure it should be there already, but I'll send it again just in case it hasn't made it. So you don't need to worry about taking screenshots.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You can download it. You have the PDF and you'll have a recording of this afterwards.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, so what happens during fasting? So Gabriel Cousins says, I often observe in the fasting participants that by 4 days of fasting, concentration seems to improve, creative thinking expands, depression lifts, insomnia stops, anxieties fade, the mind becomes more tranquil, and a natural joy begins to appear. It is my hypothesis that when the physical toxins are cleared from the brain cells, the mind-brain function automatically and significantly improves and spiritual capacities expand. So you can see why in our ancient traditions and cultures and religious traditions that why fasting might have been part of the annual cycle in our religious ceremony. However, if you haven't done fasting before, woohoo, you're in for a treat. Especially if you're at the stage where you're eating where you need to eat every couple of hours just to keep your energy up and your blood sugar up, you will definitely be a sugar burner, and which 99% of people in modern society are. And it's so if you've never fasted before and you're a sugar burner and you have to eat every couple of hours, it's going to be tough. I'm not telling you otherwise. It will be tough. You will have headaches. You will feel pretty crap, aches and pains. You might even feel a bit sick, sinus discharge. So basically, you're going through a detoxification, and you're allowing your body to go through its natural detoxification process. So during the first couple of days, it's pretty rough if you've never done it before. However, when we give our body a much needed rest from the constant onslaught of food during a fast, this freed up energy can then be diverted to the critically important tasks of repairing cells, tissues, organs, eliminating foreign toxins, as well as the natural metabolic waste produced by our healthy cells. So one of the great health benefits of fasting is that it's an opportunity to spring clean our system. Our body knows how to heal itself. We just have to give it the space. Now, I think there may be, hang on a tick, is there a question coming through? Oh, lovely. Thanks, Datsé. Yes, me too. It's always a challenging process for me, but you always feel amazing afterwards. Okay, so fasting for weight loss. There's nothing wrong with fasting for weight loss. Most of our customers who have bought fast have come to us and fasting for the weight loss, number one. And there's nothing wrong with that. We are healthier if we are over our ideal weight, we are going to be healthier at our ideal weight. And having every 5 kilos that we are above our ideal weight puts immense strain and pressure on our joints, on our cardiovascular system. Every part of our body suffers when we are overweight. So fasting is an excellent way to kickstart a major dietary change, as I mentioned. In fact, trying to make a major dietary change with the benefit of fasting is incredibly difficult. And things that may, as Joel Furman says, beneficial changes that can take months or years with careful eating happen quickly if a fast is utilized. Once a person begins to realize the health potential and can see the results, he or she is more likely to become committed to a lifetime of healthful eating. And that's what we're finding. People come to us, they lose between 2.5 and 5.5 kilos in their first 3 days of fasting, and they're inspired to make some changes. Their taste buds have been reset. So it's much easier to move forward with different eating habits. So the emotional and mental and emotional benefits of fasting are incredible as well. It's actually these it's our thoughts. So dieting only addresses the physical causes contributing to our weight. It's actually our attitudes, our beliefs, our thoughts, and our habits that have created our body. So fasting helps you identify those thoughts, those attitudes, those beliefs, those habits that you've gotten into that aren't serving you. So fasting to lose weight, absolutely perfect way to kickstart a weight loss program, and is a beginning of a great journey of health and well-being. So when you may come to us for weight loss, but once you feel the benefits of fasting, you'll be hooked. It's an incredible, very simple, not easy. It's not easy. It's simple. A healing tool like nothing else. Alan Cott, in his book Fasting: The Ultimate Diet, the chances are much better for permanent weight control after fasting than after any diet whatsoever. During fasting, profound changes take place. These changes revise attitudes about food and put appetite into alignment with the body's real needs for energy. So we get to realize when we're fasting that our appetite is actually all up here. It's all in our mind. Okay, so we get, and it's to do with all of our habits and all the patterns that, okay, we eat at 8 o'clock and then we eat at 12 o'clock and then we have a snack at 3 o'clock and then we have dinner at 7 o'clock. We don't actually need to do that. Okay, and it's once you get over these, so you may be hungry for, because your body, when it's in these patterns and habits, the body gets ready to receive food by, by producing digestive juices, and everything sort of gets ready. Even when it's like Pavlov's dog, you've created these habits by eating regular meals all the time for your entire life. But once you put a stop to that and actually go into fasting mode, that those hunger spikes, yeah, they come, but they go. They don't. When you don't eat, you have a hunger spike when your body is expecting food. If you don't eat, you don't get more and more hungry. That would be torture. The hunger spike, that hunger feeling, doesn't last long. It may last maybe half an hour or an hour at the max, and then it goes. And then once you skip that meal, the next meal, you're not hungry anymore. It's incredible. So yes, appetite is all up here, folks. So yeah, it's really, really nice if you can allow yourself to slow down and take some time out of your regular daily life, especially if you haven't done fasting before. It's really, really helpful to not be around food, not be around delicious smelling food if you're fasting, because that's just going to make it, torturous for you. So prepare your family. Say, okay, I'm doing this for the next 3 days. You guys are looking after yourselves. Or, in my case, it's actually, and for, I'm sure for many of you who've done regular fasts over the last year, I find I can do some meal prep. You can do meal prep because you can't even taste it. So it's just like, okay, this is just part of my meditation, part of my mind, my strengthening of my mind, the meal prep, just drinking your water, drinking your tea. I've even had gone to a family dinner where I couldn't eat. It was like where I was fasting, it was like these beautiful smells, and I got a hunger pang, but it's like it just went away. So you just have water or soda water in a nice champagne glass, and it's easy. It's easy to do. Once you get the hang of it, it's very, very empowering, because you are not the slave to your hunger pangs. You're in control, not your body. It's very, very liberating. So yeah, one of the beautiful benefits of fasting, if you go deep, are the mental and emotional benefits. So getting control of your emotions, getting control of your thoughts, not responding to those emotional eating triggers. I've had a really crappy day. Normally I would come home and have a glass of wine and have some cheese and crackers. When you're fasting, you can't do that. Okay, so you're forced to think, okay, how am I feeling right now? Okay, I'm not gonna squash it down. I'm not gonna suppress it with wine and cheese and crackers. So you have to deal with it. If you do it consciously, fasting actually helps you deal emotionally with your challenges, with your daily challenges. It's really, really, it's very, very liberating if you allow it to be. So these are the signs that you should fast or detox. If you need caffeine to get through the day, if you have trouble concentrating, if you have no energy for exercise, if you feel tired, lethargic, or sluggish all the time, if you have cravings for unhealthy food, or if you have a lack of appetite for healthy foods, that's important. That's a good sign that you should be detoxing and fasting. Or if you've had recent weight gain, all excellent inspirational moments that should be a bit of a kickstart to helping you decide to fast. So the keys to the body's detoxification system. So our body actually has a perfectly inbuilt detoxification system, but unfortunately with modern life and the processed food and the toxins in our environment, our body needs a little bit of help. If we were in the beautiful, pristine environment that our body evolved into, it wouldn't need any help. It was just perfectly fine on its own. But because we are constantly eating processed, packaged food, and there are toxins in our environment and pollutants in our environment, our body really it's really beneficial to give our body a boost to assist its detoxification system. So our body needs correctly, beautifully, healthily functioning liver and kidneys. It needs a healthy digestive system with no issues, plenty of fiber in your diet, lots of fluid intake to help flush the toxins out, lots of antioxidants to prevent damage as toxins are taken out of storage, which is the fat in your body. That's where most toxins are stored, in your fat cells. So when you're burning fat, okay, so this is the beautiful thing about fasting, you burn your fat, but you're also releasing those toxins that are stored in your fat cells. So it's really critical to have lots of antioxidants, or very, very beneficial to have lots of antioxidants to support your liver and kidneys as they take the toxins out of storage and repackage them for transport out of the body. And bitter tasting foods on your tongue to trigger this whole detoxification process. So fast helps with all of these, helps all of your body's detoxification mechanisms and systems. It is a certified organic, nutritionally supported 3-day modified fast. So you can actually lose plenty of weight without the usual hunger. So most of the people, the vast majority of people who have done our fast have lost between 2.5 and 5.5 kilos in 3 days. That's, for the Americans, 5.5 and 12 pounds in 3 days, which is pretty incredible. So on your 4th morning, after 3 days of fasting, you will wake up feeling lighter, cleaner, energized, refreshed, with an improvement, massive improvement in digestion, elimination, mental clarity, skin, and sleep. So fast, we're going to go deep into fast now, into all of the ingredients in fast. So it is primarily a liver and colon cleanser. It is a super antioxidant supplement. It is a fat burner and metabolism burner. It is a green alkalising supplement. It is a protein formula to help you with your hunger pangs. And it is a prebiotic and fibre supplement to keep everything moving, keep all the toxins moving freely out of your body while you're fasting, which is really, really critical. Okay, I'm just gonna get this thing out the way. Okay, so the liver and colon cleansing aspect of fast, certified. So we've got 5 incredible herbs that have been used in traditional cultures for hundreds of years. Dandelion root, incredibly healing plant that's been used for thousands of years in traditional cultures all over the world. It supports the healthy functioning and detoxification of the liver, kidneys, spleen, and gallbladder. It stimulates bile secretion, aids digestion, and stimulates kidney function, enabling the rapid removal of toxins through urine. As a detoxification agent, it is considered to be one of the most effective and beneficial herbal remedies, allowing for the steady and gradual elimination of toxins accumulating in the body due to infection or pollution, or just normal everyday metabolism. Then we have certified organic yellow dock root. So traditionally, yellow dock root has been used as a blood purifier and a general detoxifier, especially for the liver. Yellow dock root stimulates bile production, which helps digestion. Yellow dock root can stimulate bowel movements and help remove waste from your intestinal tract, and increases the frequency of urination to assist in toxin elimination. Then we have certified organic orange peel. So it's a little known fact that there are substantially more enzymes, flavonoids, which are the antioxidants, and phytonutrients in the peel of the orange rather than the fruit, as well as the underlying white pulp or pith. That they are rich in hesperidin, which is an antioxidant flavonoid that's been shown to lower high blood pressure and cholesterol in animal studies. It also has anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, and anti-allergic properties. Also, we've got certified organic aloe vera leaf. Aloe is one of the most amazing plants on the planet. The restorative and healing abilities of aloe vera are of particular value in the treatment of the digestive system. Aloe's healing effects can accelerate the rate of cellular regeneration and makes it useful in internal disorders such as irritable bowel syndrome. The leaves of the aloe can be taken as a herbal purgative for the alleviation of persistent constipation. This form of aloe is also helpful in stimulating the flow of bile. So peppermint leaf aids the digestive process, supports the gastrointestinal tract, helps the gallbladder and bile duct. Now we've also got incredible antioxidants. So these are the super antioxidants in fast. So the certified organic olive juice extract, which is also known as hydroxytyrosol. I'm just going to have a quick drink. So hydroxytyrosol, or this antioxidant, is actually found in the fruit of the olive, and it was first discovered and extracted from the wastewater as a result from making olive oil. So how you make olive oil is you make a slurry of the olives, and basically the oil, because the oil is only 15 to 20% of the fruit itself. So the oil flows to the top, that gets siphoned off, and then the leftover slurry, or the wastewater, had always been thrown away. But like many plants on the planet, they concentrate most of their nutrition in the fruit. Okay, so the olive fruit has, when they checked out the wastewater and tried to identify some compounds that may have been in it, they actually identified this hydroxytyrosol, which is the most potent natural antioxidant on the planet, the highest level of free radical absorption ever reported for a natural antioxidant. So the benefit, or the beauty of hydroxytyrosol, or this antioxidant found in the olive juice, is that it's rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream and tissues. It is the only phenol that is able to cross the blood-brain barrier, which allows it to absorb free radicals in the central nervous system in your brain. It is a metabolite of the neurotransmitter dopamine, which means it may play a role in protecting your brain. And it is both fat and water soluble, giving it the highest bioavailability of any antioxidant. Because most compounds are... Someone driving past in a motorbike, thanks very much. Most antioxidant compounds, or most phytochemicals, are either fat soluble or water soluble. So hydroxytyrosol is extremely unique in its being both fat and water soluble, which means it can perform its duties all throughout the body. And the fact that it can cross the blood-brain barrier, and that's mostly fat, incredible, very, very beneficial for the brain. Another incredible antioxidant is matcha green tea. So it's basically green tea, but extremely high quality green tea. It's grown in shade for 3 weeks, and it's the young leaves of green tea grown in shade and then pulverized into a very fine powder. So matcha green tea has been found to improve concentration and focus without stimulating the nervous system. It promotes, because it's very high in L-theanine, it promotes a feeling of rest and relaxation because it activates alpha brainwaves. It's also a metabolism booster and increases fat burning. Okay, so that there was a study done in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, found that green tea increased the body's metabolism and fat burning ability by 400%, almost 400%. It is and of course, because it's got chlorophyll. Okay, chlorophyll, going to go through the incredible properties of chlorophyll. Anything green contains chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is a potent detoxifier, which helps neutralize chemical substances and remove heavy metals from the body. It stimulates the immune system. Matcha green tea reduces LDL, the low density lipoprotein cholesterol levels in the blood, which is the bad cholesterol. It has been shown to reduce blood pressure, and it's been shown to prevent many types of cancer, mainly because of its epigallocatechin gallate, which is this EGCG, which is a very unique antioxidant compound that's been shown to be extremely beneficial in preventing many types of cancer. I didn't know how to categorize Amla. Amla is an antioxidant. It's a fiber. It's high in fiber. It's an anti-inflammatory. It helps. It's an Ayurvedic superfood, and it's one of the most important herbs in Ayurvedic medicine, with an incredible list of health benefits. It's got some unique antioxidant phytochemicals: furosin, gallic acid, coralagin, and quercetin. It improves liver function, so it's part of the liver cleansing benefits of the product. It helps control blood sugar levels during fasting. It reduces cholesterol levels in the blood, which helps prevent buildup of plaque, decreasing the risk of coronary heart disease. It reduces inflammation. It is a natural laxative. So you can see where where was I going to put this? I had to just give it its own slide. It's so incredible. And it has antibacterial properties, and it also said, that this is only a snapshot of all the benefits of Amla. But it's also, because it's very high in vitamin C as well, very good for skin, and protects the microcapillaries in the eyes, and it also aids in weight loss. So yeah, it's an Ayurvedic superfood. And another one of the incredible antioxidants in fast. And as I mentioned with the olive juice, okay, so this hydroxytyrosol, the olive juice extract, was originally part of the wastewater from olive oil production. Same with this coffee, the coffee berry, okay, the raw coffee fruit extract. But it's actually the seeds in this coffee fruit that are roasted and become coffee. The seeds are the coffee ground. That's where we get the coffee from. And the fruit was wasted. It was thrown away because it doesn't last. And because it's in high altitude, they were just basically taking the high altitude up in the mountains. They were getting the beans and then just throwing away the fruit. But like many plants, the coffee plant distributes its nutrition into the whole fruit, not just the seed. So the whole coffee fruit is loaded with beneficial antioxidants and other extraordinary nutrients, polyphenols, chlorogenic, caffeic, and ferulic acids. So it's exceptionally rich in antioxidants because it grows in high altitude, low latitude regions where the sun's rays are the strongest. And as plants mature, they develop powerful antioxidants to protect them from the damage caused by high doses of the sun's radiation and the natural byproduct of photosynthesis. As if you've seen my berry radical presentation, you'll know that the sun's radiation is the most potent source of free radicals on the planet. Okay, so what do plants do? To protect themselves, they create antioxidant compounds that are responsible for the brightly colored colors of fruits and berries. So the reds, the blues, the purples, oranges, yellows, all these brightly colored pigments in fruits are actually antioxidant compounds, and that's what the plants create to protect themselves from UV radiation. So one serving of fast contains one serving, okay? So you're having 3 servings a day, folks. So one serving of fast, this is why it's such an incredible detoxification process, a detoxification method to help your body during this 3 days of fasting is to actually take fast, because one serving contains 6,000 ORAC units, which is equivalent of 12 servings of fruits and veggies in almost 0 calories. Okay, so you're getting the incredible benefits of super nutrition and antioxidants and blood cleansing and chlorophyll rich juices and algae, plus all these incredible herbs and fruit extracts. And because I'm using concentrated, freeze dried, super duper incredible extracts with almost no calories, you're just getting the pure unadulterated benefits without all the sugars. So so it helps your body really cleanse, detoxify, and gives you lots of nutrition, so you feel amazing, and all the antioxidants are helping your liver deal with the toxins while you're fasting, while you're burning up all your fat and releasing all those toxins bound in the fat. These antioxidant compounds are helping your liver and all the other detox organs deal with those nasty toxins as they're repackaged for transport out of the body. So then we also, apart from the incredible liver and colon cleansing herbs and detoxification organ cleansing herbs and the antioxidant compounds, we also have potent green alkalizing ingredients in fast. So one of the ingredients is Certified Organic Spirulina, which contains more cleansing and healing chlorophyll, which we're going to talk about in a moment, than any other source. It also contains an additional blue pigment known as phycocyanin, which is an anti-inflammatory. So which is why fasting is naturally anti-inflammatory, but to take the additional benefits of all these nutrients in fast just helps your body deal with and eliminate and boost your anti-inflammatory system, so you can move better. And if Jo's on the call, I'm sure she's gonna. I would love. I hate to put you on the spot again, Jo, but I'm going to. I'd love you to talk about the movement and the relief that you found from regular fasting in terms of your the pain and the inflammation that you've had with your hips, because I know that's been an issue for you for many years. Can I put you on the spot now, and would you like to talk about that now? Let's see. I'll see if I can get her on the phone. Where can I? Let's see. Unmute. Is that you, Jo?
Yes, that's me, Narelle. Thank you for asking. I'm happy to give my experience. So just completed our 27th fast in around 16 months. I'd like to say that I'm a size 6, but I'm not a size 6. My body's been averaging over that time a weight loss of about 1 kilo a month, which I've been able to keep off. However, the really, really huge thing for me is that I have had inflammation in my body with regards to a minor accident about 12 or injury 12 to 13 years ago. And what I have discovered is that after fasting, I noticed it on about 1.5 days into the fast now, my body just frees up, the pain seems to dissipate, and yeah, I'm able to manage the pain that when it does come back a little bit later, much easier. So yeah, it seems to give me some pain reduction for around about 2.5 and sometimes up to 3 weeks. So I'm stoked. And anyone who's a little bit scared about doing this type of thing for their body, I tell you what, absolutely awesome. So thank you so much, Narelle.
Thank you so much, Jo. I really appreciate that, and I apologise for putting you on the spot. I just thought of you when I was talking about this anti-inflammatory benefits of chlorophyll. So thank you very much for sharing that.
No worries. Thank you.
All right. Now back to where we were. Spirulina. I mean, it's incredible. It's been shown. If you want to check out the studies for spirulina, just go to PubMed and type in spirulina. There are literally hundreds of studies on the benefits of spirulina, and it's been shown to be effective in treating allergies, anemia, cancer, liver toxicity, hepatotoxicity, viral diseases, cardiovascular diseases, hyperglycemia, hyperlipidemia, immunodeficiency, and inflammation. So it really is an incredible superfood. And not to forget the incredible benefits of cereal grass juices, barley grass and wheatgrass powders. Wheatgrass juice powders, of course, not just the grass powders. So grass juices are a rich source of essential nutrients, enzymes, and chlorophyll. Remember, anything green, folks, contains chlorophyll. They also contain water-soluble vitamins, vitamin E, vitamin K, beta-carotene, and lutein. Grass juice powders are anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, and cellular regenerative, and are used in advanced healing clinics all over the world. And as I mentioned, we only utilize freeze-dried grass juice powders in our formula, not pulverized grass powders, which are completely useless for humans because unlike cows or horses, we cannot digest the cellulose in grasses. Therefore, all the nutrition remains locked in those cellulose fibers. So you need to actually juice those grasses to release the phytonutrients and the bioavailable nutrients so we can actually absorb them. They must be from the juice, not the grass. So 3 days of fast. So your 3-day fast contains over a pint, over half a litre, that's 540 millilitres of wheatgrass and barley grass juice. in its reconstituted form. So you can see, half a litre, over 540 ml, that's a heck of a lot of wheatgrass and barleygrass juice that contains the potent chlorophyll, which is anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, detoxifying, and also blood cleansing. So we're going to talk about, let's just have a look at this image here. The image on the left is hemoglobin. Okay, so that's the hemoglobin, that's your blood. And on the left is your blood, a microscope, under the microscope, and on the right is the cell of a green plant. Okay, so it looks exactly the same, doesn't it? Except one's red and one's green. And if you go down to the actual molecular structure, you can see that hemoglobin and chlorophyll are exactly the same molecular structure, except hemoglobin has iron in it at its core, and chlorophyll has magnesium at its core. And I'm not sure if Karen's on the call, but Karen just reported this morning that she's been donating blood for many, many years, and she was often turned away because her hemoglobin levels were too low. And Karen's she's been fasting regularly on fast for at least the last year, and also been taking the My Essence superfoods for a few years. And she was absolutely stoked to report just this morning, I saw on Facebook on the rep forum, that her hemoglobin levels have gone up. Okay, so she's gone from someone who could not donate blood because her hemoglobin levels were so low to her hemoglobin levels being far increased and improving. So that is very, very, very pleased to state that chlorophyll actually is going to increase your blood hemoglobin. It cleanses your blood and improves, helps to regenerate healthy, clean, strong, vibrant blood. The blood of the plants helps the blood of the humans. That's why we've got to eat plants, folks. Green, leafy plants. Okay, so fast also contains certified organic plant-based protein with a complete amino acid profile from complementary sources, from brown rice and biofermented pea. So the weight loss benefits of protein actually regulates the appetite and encourages weight loss via ghrelin regulation. So ghrelin is actually secreted by the stomach to stimulate the sensation of hunger. Okay, so ghrelin levels, so this is this idea where when your body releases ghrelin after its last meal, in anticipation of the next meal. So the ghrelin is what actually is this hunger hormone. So protein, having some protein in our stomach actually slows this process, therefore sustaining satiety for much longer periods of time. So on an extremely low calorie diet, which you're doing under 300 calories a day when you're doing fast, it's helpful to consume a little bit of protein to extend that process of ghrelin production so you're not feeling those hunger pangs. So it keeps the hunger pangs at bay, and it also helps to preserve muscle mass. And also protein actually creates heat in the body through the process of digestion. So up to 30% of protein's calories get burned through its digestion. So building a weight loss strategy around lean sources of protein makes absolute nutritional sense. And lastly, but not leastly, our prebiotic fibers. So the human body is unable to digest fiber. It passes almost intact through the intestines. So fiber helps alleviate constipation and discomfort associated with digestive disorders such as IBS. So there are two types of fiber: soluble, which dissolves in water, and that helps the digestive system run smoothly and reduces the risk of heart disease and diabetes. And then insoluble holds up to 9 times its weight in water and actually provides the bulk and helps things move through the colon with ease. Okay, so having the prebiotic fiber blend in fast helps provide enough bulk, non-caloric bulk, to get things moving, so you're still releasing and eliminating all those toxins that your body is burning up and releasing into your colon. So that the worst thing that can happen in a fast is for you not to go to the toilet. You definitely want to get rid of all that crap. Okay, so having the soluble and insoluble fiber in fast really helps to move things along. And of course, prebiotics feeds the good bacteria in the intestines. So we have the certified organic sprouted pea fiber, which is the insoluble fiber, which helps keep things moving. Then we've got the acacia gum, or the gum arabic, which is soluble fiber. And it's also a prebiotic, which means it helps feed the good bacteria in the intestines. And also the certified organic inulin from the agave cactus is an excellent source of soluble fiber, and it's also a prebiotic. So inulin nourishes the beneficial bacteria present in the gut and aids in the prevention of the body from taking up the bad cholesterol. So that's what soluble fiber does. Okay, so fast, a liver and colon cleanser, a super antioxidant supplement, a fat burner and a metabolism booster, a green alkalizing blood cleansing supplement, a protein formula, and a prebiotic and fiber supplement. Really not necessary. If you want to fast, you can just do it clean and just do it with water, okay? But if you've never done fasting before, I highly recommend easing into the process with the aid of our fast weight loss superfood, because it's not only going to help you deal with your hunger pangs and give you something to, give you something in your tummy, but it's also going to help your body, give your body an incredible amount of nutrition to help it deal with all the toxins that you're burning up when you start kicking into fat burning. So yeah, a really and a great way of feeding and nourishing your body without the calories to take you out of fasting mode. So that's the presentation on fast. Thank you, guys. Let me open up for questions. All right. Anyone? Question: how long will our container of fast stay nutritionally sound? Absolutely, because everything's freeze-dried, it's going to last for a long time. There's no water in the formula, so it's going to last for at least a couple of years, probably more. The fruit juice, that's Sherry, that's the issue with that's why I formulated fast, because it contains literally almost zero sugars. So if you're adding fruit juice to it, that means you're adding sugar to your diet, and that means that your body will burn those sugars in basically you won't be fasting. If you're adding fruit juice, you won't be fasting basically, because there's sugar in, as soon as you're having sugar, your body switches off fasting. One thing you could do is what's that really tart juice? I'm just having a mental blank. Cranberry. Okay, you can get sugar-free, unsweetened cranberry juice, which just basically what you want to do is look at the nutritional panel of the juice that you are considering, and it's got to be less than 5 grams per 100 grams of, it's got to be almost zero sugar. Okay, so as far as I'm aware, the only one that comes close to that is cranberry juice. So, and that's got a lovely tart flavor. And again, don't do the whole lot with cranberry, just have most water. So that's why you make your fast with water, and just put a little bit of cranberry juice in it to give it a bit of a taste. Ayurvedic medicine. Ayurvedic is an ancient Indian medicine that has been that is thousands of years old. So it's basically, it comes from the Indian subcontinent, and it's like traditional Chinese medicine, except it's from India. Ayurvedic medicine. So Sherry, every time you have fast, it tastes different. Well, okay, so you do know that we've had a formula change. So that may be one reason that you have the new formula. But if you're talking about the same product and it tastes different, it could be that your taste buds are evolving, and maybe you're getting used to the bitter foods. Ginger juice, yeah, that would be fine. You put a little bit of ginger juice, fresh, as long as there's no sugar. If it's juiced fresh, yes, no problem. If it's like a ginger juice in a bottle that you're buying from the store, it's probably going to have sugar in it. So I would say no to that. Cool. Does anyone want to? I can probably unmute you. Let me see if I can unmute all. Okay, so I think you should be unmuted. If anyone wants to ask a question verbally, go ahead. Nope.
Narelle, it's Joanne here. If I could just add something to what I spoke about earlier, with an X-ray that I had about 4 years ago, with regards to my injury, they were surprised that I was actually able to walk. I've been taking Superfood for nearly 6 years, and now fasting, and I'm walking, and sometimes I'm walking with no pain, and I put all of this down to the Superfoods and to the fast.
That's awesome.
So I just wanted to add that.
Thank you for sharing that. Fabulous.
No worries.
I've got my weekly bin collection coming shortly, so there's going to be a bit of a racket unless I hurry up and close these doors. Hang on. Okay. Any other questions before we sign off for the week? All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Really appreciate it. I'm glad to be doing this not on my own. I mean, if no one turns up, I still will record it, but it won't be as fun. Next week, I'm doing protein. The My Essence protein powder. So we're going to dive deep into the protein. I might actually, depending on how much information, because I've got a lot of information about the protein, I might break it up into a couple of different sections, because there's a lot of, one of them in particular has that we've got a lot of competitor information about the protein. For those of you who there are other MLMs on the market touting their protein, so I might do a separate one for a competitor analysis. Okay, so next week commences a couple of weeks of protein. Okay, thanks everyone, and see you next week. Thanks for joining. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Narelle. Bye.
Bye. Bye.